Hi, hello, and welcome to another video. Today I'm not feeling so good, so I figured I would get on here and do some cheer me up kind of makeup. So let's go ahead and get into it. I definitely want to prep my skin when I'm not feeling the best, a little dehydrated and stuff like that. I'm going to first take the CIELE First Spray Serum. I haven't ever tried this before, but Juicy Jazz on here really likes it, so I'm going to give it a shake because it is a biphase, meaning it has oil and water. And spray this bad boy. Oh no, you got to do a pre-spray. Smells good. A little grandma, but good. With something that always makes me feel good, the Rich Bitch Protect and Prime Serum. I use this basically every time I do my makeup. I love how hydrating it is. It has that texture, but the product is worth it. I even bought a backup. I'm gonna give myself a little massage, if you will. Finally, I'm going to take the Live Tinted Super Hue Brightening Eye Cream. This is fantastic. I really enjoy it. I like that it is tinted a little bit. It's going to add that brightness. But mostly I like how hydrating it is. And this cool, literally cool in temperature applicator definitely feels good. And I'm going to depuff a little bit, of course. Sometimes when you don't feel good, depuffing is just not going to happen. But this is one of those things I can get lost in just the motion of doing it because it feels so good. So I'll be sitting here for 10 minutes rubbing eye cream on. And then I just warm up my fingers, you know, golf claps, and make sure it's all tapped in. Trying to avoid my eyelids so my eyeshadow doesn't crease. Again, when I want that boost of hydration and like plump skin, I love to reach for the Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin in the shade 1 for me. This just gives a slight sheen to the face. Put it on her brush. Now she uses a lot less than me, which is a habit that I need to break out of. It does knock back the redness in my cheeks, which always happens when I don't feel well. It still looks so glossy and skin-like. It just looks like my skin is hyper moisturized. It's plump, it's fresh, it's not dehydrated and tired. That's fantastic. I love the way that looks. Another go-to that I reach for all the time is the EXA High Fidelity Color Corrector in the shade Pink. Sometimes I just use this by itself. The pink hue is really close to my skin tone because I have that pink fair redhead undertone. I like to put it in the darkest areas, of course. I do have some darkness on the upper inside and definitely on the outer corner. My little mirror's over here. My monitor's over here. I might be looking like I'm watching tennis or ping pong. Grabbing a faithful BK Beauty and Angie Hot and Flashy A506 brush. I'm going to tippy tap that in. I'm definitely using bouncing motions instead of swiping motions to keep the coverage where I want it. But this too is hydrating. You're going to see a theme here. And it lasts longer than most correctors in a little pot. I'll even take it around these nasal folds that always give me a pigmentation mustache. Yeah, that definitely helps knock back some of that blue and purpleness I have. I'm just here on these folds, grabbing my KULFI concealer. This stuff hardly creases. I'm just going to put it in the areas that I feel like I need some more coverage. Just a dab here and there. I'm going to use that same concealer brush. And again, the motions will be tapping. So I kind of go in a straight line down here to cover that pigmentation. It's also going to work well if you're having sinus issues and your nose is red. And voila, super glossy, what they call it, glass skin, dolphin skin, newborn baby skin. Like, I can't keep up with all the names of the trends, but this is definitely it. Just really natural looking. These lights around me are making it look like 50% dewier than it actually is. You're like, girl, you look sweaty. In real life, it doesn't. The bronzer I'm going to reach for today is the Mob Beauty M80 Cream Bronzer. Clearly, I love it. There's a hole in it. It's long-lasting, creamy, a medium pigmentation right from the start. Mom just makes fantastic formulas. This packaging will change soon to their new, like, all recycled packaging, and it's compostable. I remember being on a Zoom call with them several years ago. It was fantastic. I just like that they're a brand that treats everybody the same, no matter the following they have. I'm gonna give myself some color because I get a little pale when I don't feel well. And yes, I can get paler. I knew that's what you were thinking. Here I kind of built it up more than I usually would because of the Ickly Sickly. Today for blush, I'm grabbing the CIELE Blush and Protect SPF 50, and mine's in the shade Giselle. I want a little bright pink to make me look nice and fresh. And I also pull it upward. And when I get to the apple of my cheek, I just start making circular motions. I like this color. Makes me look nice and fresh. Ignore all the dogs barking, please and thank you. And I love to take it over the nose as well. And again, your little foundation brush is your hero. I'm going to go over those edges, just like I did with the bronzer. Now that I have done all the creams, I'm going to go ahead and set. I've used this so much. I have a backup. This is the Huda Beauty Easy Bake Powder in Sugar Cookie. Didn't think I would like this because of the name. Baking is not my thing, but it's such a finely milled powder. It really does a lot for me. And then I make the most beautiful face. Tap that powder in. I'm going to powder over the eyelid as well. Take away some of those oils from the serums and primers that I used, and also through my brows. I also like to set these folds because I worked so hard to cover up a little mustache moment. If I need more coverage later on throughout the look, I will grab a pressed powder or powder foundation. Before I do highlighter, I'm going to go ahead and jump into the eyes. When I don't feel well, I just want a quick and easy wash. A great way to do that is with a shadow stick. This one is Nutmeg from Galactic. You can just scribble it on. Scribble, scribble. I'm going to grab a denser brush to help blend that out. All the dogs. My dog and my neighbor's dog are communicating. They're communicating. So you can see I'm not being precise at all. Literally just slapping it on. Even the blending is not too meticulous, because when you don't feel well, you're not going to be meticulous. You're not going to do a graphic liner. I mean, maybe you will, but I'm not. And if the under eye bags are still banging, you kind of add some of this to the lower lash line and just buff the mess out of it. Take it as low as you're comfortable with. The neighbor's dog is super young. My dog is 11. I'm like, girl, you know better. But her just a puppy too. A puppy at heart. And something that always brightens my day and makes me feel a little fancy is some glitter. I'm going to take the Bodyography glitter pigment in Celestial today. These are also an easy product. You just swirl your finger in there and tap it on your eyelid. It's like sheer, but obviously glitter. Okie dokie, and I definitely don't do liner when I don't feel well. It's just not gonna happen. So I'm gonna move on to eyebrows. Now for me, because I have blonde brows, this definitely like changes the whole look for me. The Glossier combo, the Brow Flick in Blonde, and the Boy Brow in Auburn. Since I go for a strawberry blonde. That's what I call strawberries, stroobs. I use this the same way I use the one from NYX. I give myself a little guideline and then go from there. You could definitely use the gel first. I'm going to brush the pin through so I can see where I need some touch-ups. Go in with that Auburn gel just right on top. Start on the outsides because the brush is full of product when you first pull it out of the tube. I don't want things to get too blocky in the front. I like a mix of a laid down brow and a fluffy brow. The brows are on, definitely changes the whole look. Imagine that, having eyebrows. You can't see my lashes, so it makes me look extra unwell. Take probably my favorite brown mascara. Definitely in the top 3. This is the Redhead Revolution Vegan Waterproof Mascara in the shade Honest Auburn. It's the perfect chocolatey brown. A lot of brown mascaras don't look brown at all, but this absolutely does. Even non-redheaded people can use this as a brow mascara. And make sure you check the description because I have a discount code, which I greatly appreciate when you use that. This is my full-time job and I'm trying. Seeing my eyelashes return to my face always makes me feel better. Now I am going to highlight in some places. I'm grabbing one that I use all the time. You know, we all have a comfort highlighter, right? This is the Undone Beauty Nonzer. So, Nonzer, like opposite of a bronzer? Sure. And I like to mix the two lightest shades. Going light-handed and just really buffing it in. I'm going to leave it at that on the cheeks. Place some in the inner corners to open up the eyes, keep them looking nice and wide and awake. I'm going to grab my Essence Pure Nude Extreme Lasting Eye Pencil. Bring back that cute face everybody makes. Because I don't want to pull down on my lid because I'm already fighting the wrinkles. That's really going to knock back any of the redness that you might have in your eyes. I feel like I definitely did, and it helps me out so much. And for the lips, I'm just going to grab a NATURIUM Phyto-Glow Lip Balm. This one is in the shade Mocha. I'm not going to line my lips, I'm just slapping some lip balm on. Lips are chapped and dry. This is a nice, rich, chocolatey brown. It has the same applicator as the eye cream, so I feel like I could just sit here all day, disassociate, and put lip balm on. One of the last steps I like to do is take the Double Take Sculpting Powder in White Pearl by Oma Beauty. It's such a pale bronzer that I use it just right underneath my eyes to get rid of any reverse raccoon on this side and not this side. And that's totally an extra step if you have the energy and gumption to do it. And there you go. This is how I give myself a little boost of confidence, because when you look good, you feel good, and who doesn't like to feel good? It's just really easy, and once you get the routine down, if I wasn't talking through this, I could do it in like 10 minutes, you know, just slap everything on. I used simple products that I know are going to do my skin favors, keep it moisturized throughout the day. Just, I mean, point blank, made me feel better. I hope you enjoyed watching this, and I hope you all are doing well. This season can be hard for a lot of us. I appreciate you so much for watching. Leave me any questions about what I used down below. Don't forget to check out my other socials. They're also down below. As always, be blessed, be kind. We'll see each other again very, very soon. Bye! Subscribe!